You're watching the Boost Cut podcast on Low Boost Films.
All right, welcome to Boost Cut Podcast, Episode 2. This is the first time I'm having a guest on my show, so I wanted to have my all-time hero on the show, and that would be my father, Ken Torrigiani Sr.
You had a 99 triple black C5 Corvette convertible.
Yeah, that wasn't planned, a car to buy, but my friend Alan Brown, downtown Alan Brown, who was a state trooper, he was a senior investigator. We worked together in the Queens DA's office. So one day in 1999, he calls me up. He goes, "Hey, you got to come out and see me in Lake Success." So I go out there. He goes, "Meet me at the barracks." I go there, and there it is, brand new. He goes, "Want to drive it?" I go, "Of course I'm going to drive it." So I drive the car. It's like, oh, this is beautiful. So he calls me about 8 years later. "You want to buy it?" I'm like, "Really? You want to sell it?" He goes, "Yeah, I'll sell it to you." He really sold me it for a really good deal. He goes, "Whatever you do, I'm going to sell it for this price, but you're not allowed to sell it for that. You're not allowed to make any money." I go, "Yeah, okay, I won't make any money on it." So we had the car for a few years, and
I like that car. That made me like. I mean, I worked at Barton Chevrolet when I was in college, and I got to sell brand new Corvettes, and I got to drive brand new Corvettes, but I never really got to like drive one around a lot. That made me really like C5 Corvettes.
yeah, it had 20,000 miles on it. It was really good, but we decided to sell that when my wife and I, your mom and I, decided to start going up Saranac Lake and doing boating. So we bought our boat with that money.
You got a lot more use out of the boat.
That's why. Yeah, that's why we bought it, because we really did. We still have the boat and we still enjoy going fishing, but we haven't gone in a few years.
No, but I mean, there's lakes and stuff close by, and I think the pole barn that you built here is a great thing to have, just so you can store all your stuff. And you know, I come over and I'm tinkering with all of my different projects that I have going on, and I'm glad that you guys moved up here, because now I get to be close to you. I mean,
yeah,
I get to spend as much time with you as I possibly can. And I bring Stella over, and we have a blast. We got the creek just down the way. We can do some fishing on, and
got the mule.
Mule. It's odd. I mean, we still haven't done a video on the mule yet, but it's pretty cool. We'll have to do a video on the mule.
Well, I worked 37 years. Your mom and I raised you two guys, and we decided, we put our money aside and saved all those years, and, this is what we decided to do with our retirement.
You drove the Corvette last week, right?
Yeah. Had a hard time getting out of it. I roll out of it. I don't get in and out. I roll in and out.
I tell you what, I think the C5 Corvette, and there's been made faster ones, and there's other ones, older. C5 Corvette, to me, that's the best Corvette that was ever made. That's the best Corvette that was ever made. You know why? They almost didn't make it.
Really?
So General Motors was going to cancel the Corvette after the C4, because they made the C4 for like an eternity. Almost my entire life until I was like 16 years old. They made the C4 Corvette, and they didn't want to make the C5. They're like, we're going to be done with it. But a couple of engineers that worked at General Motors designed the C5 Corvette in their own spare time and put everything together and built it with the LS engine. They did all the designing and everything, and then they showed it to the head of GM, and they were like, we got to make this car now. So it's also the reason why the interior sucks. It's also the reason why everything's plastic and it's all kind of jumbled together, and the quality, the finish isn't what you're going to get in a BMW of the same generation. But that was a couple of engineers that worked for Chevrolet that said, we can't let this car die off. And they literally designed the car and did everything hoping that it was going to get approved. And it obviously did, and now hopefully they make Corvettes forever. But that's the car that saved the brand. It was the C5.
I mean, I like the Corvette and all, but it's just, for me, it's just hard to get in and out. I think I'm going to really enjoy the truck because it's a cool looking truck. A 1953. It's just the body style of it is just pretty unique.
We don't really even know what's done to the motor. Lou's told us what's a little bit done to the motor, but we're gonna,
he said that
we're
that
gonna
motor.
Find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. He said that motor was in a Ford Bronco that he built for a guy, and he says the guy came back with it. He says, I need a different motor. This thing is too radical for my truck. So, he's saying it's got 500 horse, and we'll see, and, the headers and the rear end. And
I can't wait till this truck is done because he's going to drive it all real nice, and then I'm going to get in it and just do the giant frickin' smoky-ass burnout down the entire street. The thing's going to haul ass when it's done. It's gonna be fast.
I can get in and out of it, and your mom
can
get
yeah.
in and out of it.
You can get in and out of this too. It's not like
this is hard too.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's hard. That's like you wanted me to get an AC Cobra. I have to roll in and out of that
I don't even want an AC Cobra. You can't put it. There's no roof for it. However, you get the Type 65 coupe. You can put a roof on that. The Shelby Daytona coupe.
Yeah.
But maybe that's down the road one day. But
yeah, if I was ever to have the car, my car, the dream car would be my 70 Charger again. It's definitely, I just like drive. I'd like to drive it because I would just relive my youth again.
I'm not even a Mopar guy, and that's. I think everybody wants that car. I wanted that car before the Fast and the Furious came out, and then after it came out, I wanted it even more. Just like the Supra. The same thing with the Supra. I always wanted a Toyota Supra, Mark IV Supra, and then
the Fast and Furious car, now to come to think of it, is a 69.
That's a 69?
Yeah, I don't think it was a 70. 70, it's the 1 year. They made it only 1 year at that body style. 68, 69 is the same. 70 was different. 71 was different. 70 is the only year they made it that body style.
Every year, though, they made subtle changes to it,
Subtle.
Right? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, just that body style, that generation of Charger, I think is just, I would love to.
I mean, I like the 70 Camaro, the 72. I had a 70, a 71 Super Sport. I like that body style. I really do. If I'm going to do anything with that, it'll probably be another 70 Camaro.
Maybe one day sell the truck and buy a Charger?
Somebody may want to swap me for that truck. You never know.
You never know. You can find something like that.
I'll find a dealership down somewhere. But
you got to get it somewhere.
LAL Customs, you will kill me if I get rid of that truck. I know it.
Someone wants to
he
swap
wants
him
me
a
to
Charger.
show
You
it.
can't get upset. You can't get upset if someone wants a Charger.
No.
So,
I do have one thing I want to say about my cousin Ray and that Mach 1.
Okay.
My cousin, after I think it was like 78 or 79, he moved out to Colorado, and he went out there. He worked in a truck stop, and he became a very successful oil or truck stop owner and oil. And he was in the oil industry. He did very well. I was fortunate enough to go out and see him in Arizona in 2006. I went out and visited him. We went to Barrett-Jackson, and he was looking to buy another Mach 1. So we were up on stage, and a 69 Camaro Copo came across, and we're standing there, and he's looking at this car, he's looking at the car, and he goes, "That's a nice car." I go, "Well, hopefully you like that car enough because you just bought it. You just bid on it." He goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, it's up to 65 grand right now."
Copo Camaro?
A Copo.
Was it
Reggie Jackson wound up buying the car. And Reggie says that's not a clone, they're recreations. Because the next car that came up was a Yanko recreation. And my cousin wound up buying that one. And he was bidding back and forth with Reggie Jackson, and he wound up buying that car. And the car was just beautiful, 427, Muncie 4-speed. So we get it outside, and he only lived in Chandler, Arizona at the time. He goes, "Ken, I can't drive this out of here. I'm scared to death." So I said, "Don't worry, I'll do it." And it was one of the best days of my life driving a car because I was able to drive that. It was so loud, and I mean, it's a muscle car. Driving it through the crowd at Barrett-Jackson in Scottsdale, Arizona. You can't beat that.
That's got to be great.
So I get it out to the parking lot, and I go, "Come on, Ray, you have to drive it home." So I drove his car, he drove that.
Okay.
And, I feel very bad that my cousin wound up passing a few years ago from pancreatic cancer, but I'm so glad that I got to spend the time with him out there because he was a very big inspiration to me with the cars. And there was times at Barrett-Jackson going on, we used to compete back and forth. We'd take 10 cars each out of the list, and whoever got the closest to selling all those cars wins $100.
Okay, that's pretty
So
cool.
of course I won. You know, I picked how much those cars each sold for. It's a pretty fun thing to do. You know.
He's got an eye for looking at a car, date codes, all that kind of stuff, and being able to give you a pretty good guess at what it will probably sell for at an auction. I'm not good at that at all. Maybe with older BMWs, but not with the classics like that. So yeah, you definitely have that down. So well, I thank you for putting a microphone on and sitting down and talking about cars. I know a lot of people that watch the channel. You guys always got to hear my voice. You got to hear me talk. And if you watch the channel and you listen, you at least like what I have to say. Well, I think it was a good opportunity for you guys to hear and talk to the most influential person in my life, not only personally but about the cars that I've gotten into, and that's Ken Torgiani Sr. So, thank you very much.
Well, thanks for having me. I enjoyed it. And,
no problem. Guys, make sure you if you haven't been on the website yet, I got some merch with the E36 Turbo LS swap. Let me know if you'd want to see me do something with the Mustang. I could put that on a T-shirt too. Maybe some different designs and stuff. And again, guys, thank you very much for watching. And I'll catch
if anybody's got a 70 Charger RT440 want to sell, let me know.
in the next one.